Well, hello everybody, it's BugEater64, and here we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator and a third party added on aircraft, the KitFox. Now, this isn't the most elaborate and most complete airplane, and it does have some real issues. Um, One, you can't start it up on a ramp where I'm sitting right now. If you load the aircraft and you start at the end of the runway where the engine's already running, everything works absolutely fine. I think it's a very pretty little airplane, uh, you know, but it's like some of the out-of-the-box aircraft. It's just not as in-depth, but it's a lot of fun to fly. Um, and we're just going to take it for a little test flight. We are presently sitting in the Grand Cayman Island, and we're going to fly around the island just to take a look. So we'll see you inside the aircraft at the end of the runway. See you soon. Okay, so here we are at Grand Cayman. Sitting at Grand Cayman, and by God, it doesn't look anything like Grand Cayman. So let's just see if we can get it in the air. I'm not going to go through the startup procedures simply because I've already got it running on the end of the runway. So I may, after we land, I may take it, park it, and see if I can restart it, since we can't start it cold and dark unless we do it this way first. Ain't that right, Dion?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, got the control pull all the way back. And where is the parking brake on this aircraft?
Right there, the little horizontal thing in the center console.
Oh, there it is. All right, so that held that. Now let's look at double check things here. That's the throttle. Pull it all the back and all the way back there. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gone into controls yet. Let's see. Okay, flaperons are working. That should be takeoff. Okay. So we are set. All right. It's all looking good. Avionics and fuel pumps off. Nav lights and strobe. Okay. Although we don't need the strobe. Alrighty. So let's
You are off the ground.
Yes, I am. Son of a gun. But that doesn't look like Grand Cayman Airport.
Any more? Nope. It's showing it's empty.
Although it does fly pretty good. She's not too bad. Yeah, there's supposed to be a big motel at this end of the runway. And there's plenty of buildings, but I don't see that big motel.
It's getting hot. We're probably gonna close the house there already. I'll hit that fan, but center button. Maybe that'll be better.
Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and fly around, come in for a landing, then I'm going to pull it over to the parking area and turn it off and see if it'll restart. Just like my good friend Dion Soul said on his review video. And so far, everything he said is pretty much true.
Shocking, isn't it?
Especially like right here where the fuel gauges are supposed to be.
Exactly.
But it's a stable flying little airplane. Okay, so we'll just turn over here. Turning on to base. And we'll be on base here and then to a short final. Nothing to it. said the blind man to the tree when he ran into it. Alright, let's turn on to final and get her configured for getting back on the ground. Hopefully in one piece. Okay, over the threshold. He's off on the power. Okay, we're a bush plane, so we can do this.
Yes. We prefer grass. Grass is good.
Yeah, it's got a fast idle. That's the one thing. If I was going to change something, I would want to go into the files and change that idle down. Yeah, it's idling at 1,031 RPM, so. Interesting. And it looks like we've got a ground marshal over here, so I will pull in and scare the heck out of him.
That's the way it's how it's done.
Because I think he's got his back to me. Okay, park and brake on. Hi, guy. Hope I didn't scare you too much.
Whoa.
Okay, so. All right, well, there you have it. We had a nice little flight around, a good landing. Um, yeah, it's a bush plane, so I cut across the grass. What can I say? You know, I wasn't dealing with ATC, so not a big deal. But, for my very first flight in this airplane, I'll take it. And you got to see some of the issues we dealt with. Dion Soul, who has done a review video of this on YouTube, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. But you can see some of the issues we're having. Can't start it on the ramp unless, like right now, I've landed, I'm sitting on the ramp. I may be able to restart the aircraft. Dion was able to do that with his airplane. But you saw I had a hard time figuring out how to turn the engine off. I had a switch set up for my HOTAS, my Warthog. It didn't work, so I had to look on the keyboards and do the old Microsoft standby. Control Alt E as in Edward, and the engine turned off. So not a big deal, but one more little quirk that I don't feel I should have to deal with. But all in all, yeah, it's a fun flying little bush plane. So until next time, hope you enjoyed the little flight. And this is BugEater64, and we'll see you in the skies. So as always, remember, safe flying.